I've been experimenting with Blender Octane to try to get that perfect plastic material. At first I thought it was just about adjusting the colors and the roughness, and then I came to a point where I realized it's going to take a lot more than what I thought. After testing different settings, I found key elements to making my plastic look more realistic, from subsurface scattering to specular reflection. So in this video I'm going to walk you through the exact steps to make a high quality realistic plastic in Blender Octane, so you can get that professional, polished look in your renders. If you're new here, my name is Patrick LeVar. I'm on a mission of making Octane Blender easy to learn for Blender artists so you can create with confidence. If that's something you guys are into, consider hitting the subscribe button. Alright, so here we go. This plastic material, this is going to be a not too bad of a easy setup here. So I'm going to go ahead and start from scratch. We'll go ahead and kill that. Alright, so the first thing what we're going to need to do is we're going to basically need to bring in a specular material, and we're probably going to need a diffuse because we're going to make this plastic, right? So I'm going to come in here, and then we'll first thing first, I'm going to kill the universal material, and then I'm going to add in a diffuse material. Let's go like that. And then we're going to also need a specular material. Come in here and go to specular material. So we've got these two materials here. And again, if you guys are lazy and don't want to do these or build these materials, you can definitely check the link down below to the Pixel Lab materials for Blender Octane. Absolutely fantastic, and links down below. You can check that out and download this pack of material. First thing we do, we get two materials. We need to mix these materials, so we're going to come in here and add in a mix material node, just like they have in Cycles. We can mix two materials, pretty much the same. We'll go ahead and plug that into the surface. We'll plug this bottom one into there, and we'll plug this top one into there. So now we are mixing these two materials evenly, and you can see we've got a little bit of transparency because of the specular. So if we go, here's the specular, that's our glass material pretty much, and then here's our diffuse material. All right, so we'll go ahead and put that back to 5. All right, so what I'm gonna do first here on our diffuse material is just give it like a kind of like a base color here, and I'm gonna give it more like a base gray, so it's not pure white here, something like kind of like that, right? And then what I want to do from here, we're pretty much done with the diffuse material. Majority of the work is going to be happening here on the specular material. Okay, so first thing first, what we want to do is so let's kind of just give this base gray color to here, just to match right here what we're trying to do. Let me go back to 0.5 on that. Okay, what we're going to do is change this to GGX, Energy Preserve. And then next, what I'm going to do is roughness. We'll leave all of this stuff the same for right now. Index of refraction is 1.5. That's okay for plastic. Again, you want to search that on Google and make sure you have the correct index of refraction for plastic. And I guess we could just go ahead and do a quick Google search on that really quickly just to see what that is. Looking at plastic material here, 1.46. Okay, and then we got these other ones, plexiglass. So we'll just go 1.46. We'll plug that into there. Plug that into here. 1.46, 1.46. Okay, now this is where the magic happens. We're going to add in a scatter node. So we'll come into medium, click on medium, go down to Octane medium, and we got scattering here. And then instantly you can see the difference that's already happened here. One other thing I want to turn on is tick fake shadows. This basically just helps if you're not going for hardcore realistic looking material. This will save on render time here by ticking on fake shadows. I break down what this does in the Blender Octane 101 guide. Link will be down in the description, where I break down each node and each thing and give you all more detail on a more granular level. Here is our scattering, and we got our here's our density. If we go ahead and get that to 0, we can see we're back to where we were, and then this is set at to 100. So we're gonna probably kind of go heavy on this. I'm gonna go to 200, make it a little bit more intense, and then the step is about how much light we're letting through it, or not necessarily light. Go to the 101 guide to break all that down, but I'm gonna crank this up to like 400. Okay, and then from here what we need to do is give this some color. So what we can do here is our absorption, and here is our scattering, and then we also have our phase. These are going to be the three the major ones that we're going to need. So what I want to do here is to give us later on down the line, we can play with these color. I'm going to add in a RGB color, right? And we're just going to go ahead and duplicate this thing here twice. And I'm going to plug this top one into the absorption and this bottom one into the scatter. Okay, and this is basically just giving us our RGB color values basically from here. So again, we can take that gray and we can dump that gray over here on top of that. And this time we'll make that gray a little bit darker here. Let's kind of bring it down a little bit. And then we're going to leave our base, our scattering at 1. And then from here, what we're gonna look is now we can come back and start to play with this between our subsurface scattering basically with the diffuse and mixing the two, because that's what basic applies. So here's our hard, like you can see the difference. There's our diffuse and there is our subsurface right there. So that's looking really nice. Now what we could do is add this other thing here, phase. If you click on this, this allows us to kind of play with like to kind of quickly explain it, like if you had it'll be, let me just show you. It's kind of hard to, I don't want to get into explaining that and stuff like that. We do that in the 101 guide in more detail, but this is all about just, you can quickly slide it and see what it's doing here. It's kind of like giving us back that transparency side. And if we go opposite, it's like really dense, really dark. So again, this value here is really important to trying to really dial in that look. And what I've learned from working on this tutorial prior, that a good value will be around -40 or around here, -30, -40. Because what I'm looking at, it's giving us this nice little edge here. Like I can really see the subsurface, like we can see that the light is coming through this edge here, and here on the edges here we can see the light coming through. And if we come back to opposite, if we go 0.40, now you can see it's kind of like the whole thing is darker and we still got that edge, but we get like a more richer, darker color, right? So it's up to you, but I'm gonna go here -4. Let's go back to -40, right? I'm going for something like that. I like that a lot. And then again, now we basically just need to mix our two values and get a good mix. Here we're 100%, here's 100%. So we can kind of just play, this is preference where you want to play with it at and where you want the settings. So I found, again, from where I started, the base around here was kind of like a nice little look there. I'm really liking the way that's looking right there. Now one thing that's very important that we need to check on here is we come down here to our invert absorption. We're going to tick that, and now you can see it really brings that into. So depending on your look, if you like this look, you can keep that, or if you like this, I preferably I'm going for this look because this was the base reference that I went off of, and that really just feels like a nice plastic. Especially it reminds me of, like, you know, when you got little model pieces, plastic model pieces, and you hold them up to the light. This is kind of what we're kind of getting at. It's like you see a little bit of thickness but not too much there. So that is it. And then if you come in here and you start to change the colors, now we come over here, and if I bring up this, now if we look at the colors here, now think about this again, we're scattering light, and once the light enters, it's like it's flipping. Like I'm not going to go into the math on this because I break that down on the 101 guide. Links down in the description if you're interested in that, and you'll go to the section about scattering. But you can just, if you, the color that you want, just think it's opposite. You can see here the light's coming in, is getting bent, and then here is coming out on the out end, and this, it's the reverse color. So if you want green, you'll come over here to the pink, and now you've got the green there. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're using the scatter node. And it's the same thing here. We want blue, so you need to go to yellow, and there's your blue, and there's your purple, stuff like that. So keep that in mind. And then you could even play with these values. I kind of typically keep it white, but this is also going to have a different effect on the output of this plastic here. So I like to just keep that default white like that. So this is just a base setup here to just get a really nice subsurface plastic here. I really like the way this looks. This came out really nice. And again, this is just the beginning. That if you want to start, this is where you start to come and add your surface imperfections, adding a little bump texture inside of there. But this is just a quick, basic, easy plastic subsurfacey like material. Now for those of you who did stay to the end of this video, you will be able to download this material for free down below. It's in the description there. I didn't announce it in the beginning because I wanted to reward people who stayed till the end. Again, if you guys are interested in more Blender Octane stuff, take a look at this video here. My Blender 101 guide will just basically start explaining all of this stuff to you guys. Hope you guys enjoy. Catch you in the next one. Peace.